So as in quick question. So how do students take when you academicians only mentor them? Do they take it in the right stead, or
No, they
do they
don't.
expect?
Very good point. So what we have done is we gather leverage our alumni network for it.
Okay.
So we get them to do this.
Okay.
We tell them, and they do it, right, because we call them to talk, etc. Like I come from Maharashtra. In Marathi there is a saying, sonarni can't tochle paise. It's in Marathi. What it means is that goldsmith only should pierce the ear. An ordinary guy cannot come and pierce the ear. Because it's not just about just
Poking.
piercing anyway. So when that goldsmith who is there, when he pierces the ear, then he will do it exactly the way it should be. So what we have realized is, you're right actually. If we say, they feel ये भाषण दे रहे हैं professor हमको.
Correct.
They don't take it seriously. We leverage our alumni for these things.
So we coined this thing, freshers with 2 years of experience with Vivek and Atul when they were here. So what we do is that, so what is that, we've kind of structurized is that fourth semester, second year, we give an elective, an industry elective, where, say, let's say for EV in general, overview is a paper. You give a written script, and then they kind of convert it to a subject. So this person is kind of, pre-vet. Okay. And then you set up a center of excellence where you give them all the software tools and technologies. Like, say, if he has an R&D budget of 150 rupees, he would want to do something worth of 1500 rupees always. So there are more problems to solve than the budget accommodates for
Always.
R&D. So what you do is you give these, other problem statements that you're not working on to these people in the COEs. So they kind of work on those problems with the same tools and skills, probably a little more little shabbier, probably not as good as an experienced guy would do, but still, they have an academic mentor and an industry mentor, and then they coordinate so that this goes through. So they work on those projects, so they get a little hands on. And then when they come, to fourth year, you get a full year internship.
Correct.
So they work with you through in the company for a year. By the time when they come in, you don't have to they're already up to speed on your technology tools and all of that. So now, it's just a context setting, right? So they can hit the ground running. Probably you'll have to teach them office etiquettes, email etiquettes, and all of that, because
Yep.
these guys, as much as they're very, very fancy and all of that, right? Their etiquette sucks. Okay. Wow. I'll tell you one interesting point. So I'll complete this. So what happens is, by the time he completes fourth year, he has 2 years of experience working on yours. He's like a custom made talent for you. He's not a ready made, cookie cutter size kind of a talent. He's a custom made talent, and then you take him. So you hire him at a fresher's salary, but he comes with 2 years of experience. So this is what we call freshers with 2 years of experience.
For this, I heard one startup, even I got a call from them as well for jobs. So they are working on like when the guy is in second year, suppose you are going for any big institution, they have a big fees kind of thing. So what they are doing in the second year, they are tying up with the companies. So they give a commitment, like as he said that he need a person who can work at least for 2 years or 3 years for them. So company find this problem, like people after 1 year of training they jump to other places and also because they can get a better salary. So what that company, they found out a gap between that company what are facing a problem and the students those who are not having a experience. Okay, the students those who are not having a experience, so that company what they are doing, they are selecting students in the colleges itself. They are providing, apart from their academy will run regularly, so apart from that they will do a full time job, not a part time or a kind of internship, full time job. They will get a training, they will learn the skills which is needed for that company. Suppose he need a data scientist and all, so he will get that training for first 6 months. He have to pass that company examinations, and then they will enter into a job. And with this, the student get a benefit, 80% of their fees get recovered. Suppose they have a fees of around 5 to 6 lakh rupees for entirely, so 80% of the fees they can recover. Along with that, many people are saving the money, like how it's happened in the western countries as well. And when they complete their graduation, they have an experience certificate, not an internship. So and they worked with a normal like a regular employee, not like suppose what happened if you go in a big companies, MNCs companies and all, when interns come, they don't consider them as a regular employee. They take it as them as internship. They will not teach the basic things. But for these people, they take them as an employee because they are investing them and they are sure that they will not leave for another 3 years or 2.5 years with us. They will be there and they are getting at a lesser price. Yeah, they have to invest a bit more on the training part, but anyhow later or sooner they have to do it. So why don't do it? So it's a gain, and this startup is growing like anything. I'm forgetting the name of this startup, but yeah, this kind of more startup we need, which can fill the gap between industry and the students. So fresher should not feel like a fresher. Why there should be a fresher? I'm spending 4 years of my life in a college. Why people think they drop out of college and they start their business or they following up? Because they know it's not relevant for me. So why not start teaching or doing the work which is going to help you in the relevant way?
So the same game changer. The whole thing is that this is like a finishing school concept
Yeah.
that somebody else is doing, and then whenever you have a third party involved, there are vested interests.
Hmm.
Okay, and then another thing is there is a vested cost to that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then after the vested interest and vested cost, these are usually the bottom of the pool
Yeah.
talent that is
Pyramid,
not
yeah.
able to get in anywhere, that comes in there. So
Hmm.
you kind of paint